there's a certain range of things that we understand in life, and there's all this other stuff out there that we don't. And I think that the LTM group and experience is getting to that and pushing back those boundaries so that we can really understand more about what's happening in the universe and what's going on in life. So I had the time, and I decided this was something I could do. So.
Why do you keep coming back?
Why do I keep coming back? Well, it just unfolded from there. I went on a couple of retreats, and then I started finding out, it was something that I could do to go and do healing things at places that are far off and strange to me, that I knew nothing about, in ways that I knew nothing about, using things that I knew absolutely nothing about, because I had heard about using crystals before, and I go, what are you talking about, rocks? That makes no sense. So, I did some study and talked to some people, and one thing leads to another, and before I know it, I'm out in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico in a circle of crystals, doing healing work and having visions of things going on, which, that really wouldn't have happened if I was just sitting at home or going to the office. So I'm glad I got started with it.
Tell us about the activation. Really, what was all that about for you?
We do these things where there are messages coming through, and things being channeled, things being revealed, and so I'm at this retreat, and I start hearing stream of consciousness apparently saying, you're going to be going to the Gulf of Mexico and doing healing work with the Gulf, and you're going to take crystals with you. And I thought she was talking to somebody else. I really couldn't imagine that she's talking to me. And then when I went back and I saw, yes, she's actually talking to me. And now I'm going to have to do something. I have to decide whether I'm going along with this, or whether it's all just a lot of stuff that I don't understand, and maybe I'd be better off spending my time on something else that I'm more interested in, or something like that. But these crystals things actually do have some power. They actually do accomplish some things. You can actually use them. There's energy that works on other energy. Well, to make a long story short, I got some training. We had a crash course in crystals, crash course in temple building. I looked within myself. I know how to contemplate. So I went off on this voyage and hit the Gulf of Mexico somewhere around Mississippi, and started going along the beach looking for a likely place to do some energy work on the Gulf, and found myself out on this island in the very southern tip of Louisiana. I can't remember the name of the island now, but it's pretty far out into the Gulf, and it just seemed really right. It wasn't a nice place. It wasn't like a beautiful postcard place where you'd write home and say, look where I was, in this middle of this funky beach where the oil pipeline comes in and there's an overturned shopping cart in the water. But, it was an experience where I could apply what I had just learned and actually request help for something that really meant something to me, which was, making things right that had been messed up. The Gulf of Mexico had really, really been messed up, and really all along, but particularly just before I went down there with the pipeline spill, or the well that overflowed. So I worked on that, and set up this circle of stones, and did all the right things, asked for the right help from the right sources, and things just started showing up. I mean, I had like this definite feeling that I was not alone there, that there was a response to the energy that I was putting out, that there was help, and that I could see it forming over the water, that there was actually this electrical image of something going on there in response to what I was requesting, that the Gulf be healed, that it be allowed to heal itself, that the people around it have some awareness of what's going on with this environment, with their own lives. And I asked for help from the spirits, the archangels, and I'm not even sure what form those things take, but I saw things happening there. I saw this light. The sun hadn't even come up yet. There was this light in the east coming towards where I was. And that to me was like confirmation that there is a response, that help is available. Help will respond to a sincere request for help, for things that need help. And once that process got started, I'm standing there in the middle of the stone temple thinking, what else can I do? And I get the obvious answer, you've done quite enough. Just relax. You have been heard.